What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's the Fantasy Endgame, and we're live on Wednesday, which means you know what that means. We're just 24 hours away from more football, which is it's crazy. It's like never stops. But this is a good thing for us because we're ready for some more football. Let's move on from week 13 on to week 14 and get ready for the postseason because, like it or not, it's here. It's bittersweet because you've been waiting for the playoffs and you're ready for the end, but that means that at some point the season's actually going to have to come to an end, which is unfortunate. But the good news is there'll be another season next year, and then all sorts of newness. It's always something different, right? This year has been, I don't know, it's going to be hyperbolic and it's going to seem reactionary and maybe some recency bias. But honestly, doesn't this year kind of feel like one of the most crazy, unpredictable years we've had in fantasy football specifically?
Not even fantasy. What about real football? I mean, what about the fact that the best teams right now are the Bears, the Patriots, the Broncos? Who had that on their bingo card? I mean, yeah, it's just a reminder that football is a crazy, unpredictable game.
Yeah, and teams fighting to hope to make the playoffs. The Chiefs, that's a surprise. I mean, the fact that they might not even get in the postseason at all is crazy. The Lions, a lot of people's kind of Super Bowl dark horse, like always for the last 5 years. Those teams might not even be in the postseason. And Washington, well, they're out of it, right? A lot of people thought they would be strong contenders. So yeah, it just goes to show you don't always exactly know. And Cincinnati as well. Although I don't know, maybe not really. We never thought they had a defense, anyways. What is going on today? Well, it is Wednesday. We had the practice. Practices open up for most teams. Possibly some good news here. So we've been telling you, grab Mike Evans, stash Mike Evans. And lo and behold, he might come back this week. Of course, it's not official till it's official, but did I see that his practice window is now officially open?
That is correct. Practice window officially open. And now, as we've learned, that doesn't mean he's for sure returning this week, but it certainly means he's very, very close. And look, even if you get him back next week, that's your fantasy playoffs. Yeah, please, no questions tonight saying Mike Evans is on my waiver wire. Should I get him? If Mike Evans is on your waiver wire, you should already have Mike Evans. Please.
And I think that goes double for Terry McLaurin, who actually already played last week and went off. And and again, I was shaking my head because one of the questions we had in drafting today was these guys are in waivers like Devon Villay and AD Mitchell and McLaurin, and wait, hold on, come on, let's pump the brakes here. Yeah, just add Terry McLaurin. So, I mean, I don't know. We do pretty much as a rule answer every super chat and all our members. We answer all those questions. I almost want to say, look, if you're asking whether you should pick up Evans or McLaurin, we're just not going to put it up. You should just know the answer. The answer right now is yes. Can we do that? I think we can do that. Why can't we do that? It's our channel.
Yes.
All right, not so great news, but the Bears, as you mentioned, have been rolling right now, somehow the number 1 seed. But Kyle Monangai, who has been a popular ad and seemed like a very strong flex, hell, maybe RB2 even at this point, low end RB2. Now he popped up this afternoon on the injury report. What is it?
Yeah, didn't practice today with an ankle injury, so this is definitely one we're going to have to watch because, of course, this is big. Not only if you have Monangai, this is big for Swift, right? If Monangai is out,
yeah,
it's going to be all DeAndre Swift. Please don't ask me about Rashawn Johnson. Is Rashawn Johnson even active?
Rashawn Johnson. I forgot about that guy.
Is Rashawn Johnson even still?
Well, he was hurt for a while, but I'm pretty sure I don't think that's the only issue with him.
No, he is. He actually had 1 carry.
Really? Wow.
Actually, he got no carries against the Vikings. He played, but he got no carry. He didn't touch the ball.
So he's still active. I did not think of Rashawn Johnson here. Do they still have Velus Jones?
You should not think of Rashawn Johnson, please.
Okay. All right. But yeah, I mean, this could be huge for Swift if Monangai doesn't play again. It's Wednesday. let's see what happens. And some surprising news, which not think that at any point this year we'd be talking about Deshaun Watson, but here we are now. He's not coming back to play. Like, they're not so out on sugar standards that they're going to throw Watson in the lineup or anything. But he actually is possibly on the way to coming back. I think the question here is, but why?
They can't do this, right? They can't actually. Like, are they gonna actually start him? They can't do this, right?
It's the Cleveland Browns, so they could do anything, and it would not be surprising. But yeah, it says they have 21 days, right? Could be active now. They opened his practice window today, so he actually might be at least active and maybe on the field this season. Bet you didn't have that on your bingo card, that's for sure. Let's see. Asked if he wants Deshaun Watson to play this year, Kevin Stefanski said, really not my focus. Not his focus right this minute. His focus is putting a helmet on, shoulder pads, throwing football. All right, so that's not helpful. I guess we'll see what Shooter does next couple of weeks. But there you go. Deshaun Watson, there's your update. In case you were wondering, what happened to that guy? He's still on the Browns somehow. All right, anything else crazy going on today? Newsworthy? I feel like it wasn't a big news day today.
No, not a big news day. I guess that's a good thing.
Well, that's true, because usually the news is bad news because it's an injury or something like that. All right. Well, that's why we stream almost every day. We'll be back here tomorrow before the game starts. We're here, of course, to answer your questions, chat with you about your teams, and figure out who to pick up if you didn't already run your waivers in your league, and maybe who to drop, who to stash. Once again, if the question is Mike Evans or Terry McLaurin, the answer is yes, just yes. And then who to start and who to sit, because, again, got a big game, and it's a big game in real life, but also a lot of fantasy relevant players, the Cowboys and the Lions tomorrow. So there'll be some good Thursday viewing.
Yes.
Now, before that game gets started, I have a suggestion. You might want to take this pick on Underdog. It's a pretty good one. It is Jahmyr Gibbs going higher than 0.0 yards. Now, you're wondering how you get that pick. Well, it's for new customers. I don't want to make it that easy. But if you are new and you haven't tried Underdog yet, they are going to make it that easy. Give you a free pick to start out. The gimme, it's Jahmyr Gibbs, again, just getting a yard. And you get that if you sign up for the first time, but you have to use code ENDGAME when you check out, because if you sign up as a new customer on Underdog, use code ENDGAME, get the free pick, plus you get as much as $1,000 of bonus cash added to your account. They'll match half of whatever you deposit when you first sign up. So more cash, free picks, and then more cash, because as soon as you play $5 towards any picks, you'll get another $100 in bonus funds just added to your account right away. So you get plenty of bonus cash to play with, the free pick to win on, and you get all that if you sign up for the first time on Underdog, but use code ENDGAME when you check out. And likewise, you can do something similar, not win tons and tons of cash. I can't promise you that, but you can use code ENDGAME to get 10 free points on the DraftLane app, because if you try DraftLane right now, which is, by the way, a free download on the App Store and the Google Play Store, and you use code ENDGAME, you get 10 free points. Those points can be used to ask questions to us, just like you're doing right here, right now on the stream. You can use this at any time. So we get requests constantly every day throughout the day, and we answer them every day throughout the day. So you almost surely have less than 24-hour turnaround on all these questions. It's usually a lot less than that. Sometimes it's instant, but you want to get a hold of us and ask a question for fantasy football, use DraftLane. So let's show you real quick how it works. Ask a question. Baker versus the Saints or T-Law versus the Colts, 4 points per passing touchdown.
I have T-Law a little bit higher than Baker this week.
As do I. Probably will wind up regretting this. This is one of those guys, like, you're almost never in on a guy, and they're like, okay, fine. And like, this is it. This is the week. And he's going to throw for like 198 yards, and I'm going to be like, never again in my life will I suggest.
Probably.
I don't think so. I don't think so. All right. Trevor Lawrence is the choice this week. Well, I'll just say this. I mean, Jags should have to pass a lot in this matchup, and Bucks might not. All right. That's one way to do it. We could do also this, by the way, if you do start sit, if you're on Yahoo or Sleeper, it syncs with our app and we can see your league. Although this is weird because it says Sleeper and it got a Sleeper roster, but then it also says ESPN League. So I wonder if this is different from this.
Yeah, I've noticed that before. I think sometimes people
like cram 2 and 1.
Or like they're asking for their ESPN League, but since they have Sleeper, they can sync. I don't know.
Well, we'll do both. So here's this lineup. Got Baker, Bucky, Chase Brown, Watson, Jamar Chase, Brenton Strange, Jalen Warren, and Mechie at the flex. A kicker, a good defense. Emmanuel Wilson, Trey Benson, Tez Johnson, Matthew Golden. I don't see anybody worth starting. Wait, George Kittle's on the bench?
Yeah, they're on bye this week.
I was like, what? How many?
I mean, I would definitely start Mike Evans over who was their flex?
Jalen Warren, John Mechie.
Yeah, I would definitely start Mike Evans over John Mechie if Evans plays.
Yeah, so if Evans plays, he's in there. What about who else did I see? Well, Bam. I don't know. Bam over Warren, probably not.
I mean, if Benson is out, I might put Bam over Warren.
Yeah, that one is close. I don't assume that Benson's coming back, but of course we don't know just yet. But that's the question. If we assume, there's still no Benson, it's mostly Bam. I mean, I put the Bam up to the solid tier this week, low end solid, but still, like why would you worry about him, right? You just kind of start him. Jalen Warren this week, yeah, I have him as a flex. So you want to do that?
Yes, do it.
All right. So Evans if he plays, and Bam if Benson doesn't play. For Sleeper League, flex Evans. Oops. Evans if he plays, and Bam if Benson doesn't. Okay, then now part 2 for ESPN League. Guy says got Bijan and Henry, Jason and Rice, flexing Judkins, Olave, Godwin, or Evans, or Mason.
Oh, I did see Olave didn't practice again with the back. Apparently the back flared up after the game. It's getting a little worrisome for Olave here. I probably just go Judkins here. I don't think this is as good a spot as a lot of people think. Like they see Titans and they just think, oh, great spot for Judkins. But the Titans have been pretty good against the run lately. Jeffrey Simmons pretty tough.
That's true.
So
all right, there it is. And we just got another one. All right, awesome. But let's save that for later because we do have questions to get to on the stream. But that's the Draft Lane app for those who might still be unfamiliar. All right, let's just get this out of the way. Thank you, Mollywop, as always, and here nice and early. Let's just do it. Just get it off your mind now. If you haven't, click the like button, thumbs up right here, right now. And anybody who hasn't subscribed, no, honestly, we appreciate everyone who has subscribed all season long. We still want a little more. We at least get to our goal. We're trying to get to 100K. We're close. We're getting there. Everyone counts. Thank you, Molly. And then Bob could not wait. He's been dying ever since last night to bring up the Billy Volek stats. He really wants us to know how dominant Billy Volek was. I sort of remember like 1 or 2 weeks. I don't remember this. Was he really this dominant?
Wow, I didn't remember that. My goodness.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Well, see, that's why Bob remembers, because he's like, I had him. You always remember that.
This is like who was the who was the quarterback for the Packers?
Matt Flynn.
Right?
I
think who was it?
Flynn? Matt Flynn?
Remember, like the last game of the season wasn't Aaron Rodgers? It was either Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre, whoever the starter was. I can't remember who was starting back then. Got hurt, and he put up like this huge game, and then he signed this fat contract with a new team the next year, and he was horrible.
Oh, yeah. That was one game at the last week of the season. I'm pulling it up. 480 yards and 6 touchdowns in one game. And then he signed a contract with Seattle and was just a total bust.
Yep.
Oh, man. All right. But anyways, now for this year, Bob, he dropped Gadsden, got Waller. It's good. Dropped Vidal, picked up Strange, was able to pick up Mike Evans. Nice. So here's the question. Do you start Evans over Ibuka?
If Evans plays, I'm playing him over Ibuka. I gotta take the guy who I think is going to be the number one wide receiver, and that's still Mike Evans, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. And then drop Daniel Jones, pick up Purdy.
Well, I mean, I assume you don't need him this week because he's not playing.
Right.
So sure.
It's fine. All right. First was actually Mark Wassman. Here you go, Mark. All right. Must win. Each question is for a different league. So first of all, wide receiver 2, is it Evans, Valet, DK Metcalf, or AD Mitchell?
It's either going to be Evans or Valet for me, depending on if Evans plays or not.
Right. And then flex 1, DK, Valet, C-Rod, Corum, or AD Mitchell?
Yeah, I think people are worried about Kyron, but Sean McVay said again today he's going to be fine. He's going to play. I don't think it's an issue. Well, you say this is the same. Oh, each question is for a different league. Okay, so it's a different league. I mean, I like Valet this week. They get the Bucks. Bucks are terrible against wide receivers. I'm probably going to go Valet both places here. I mean, Valet could certainly be a trap this week. He could certainly be a trap.
Yeah, and the thing is, like you just mentioned, Olave still seems to be having some issues with the back. So why wouldn't Valet still get a healthy target share? Yeah, between these choices, AD Mitchell, I know, because last week had the big game. I mean, both him and Valet, right? They're both almost equally interesting, but I think Valet just has the better matchup. Alex Sanchez needs 2 and a flex. Chase, Nico, I think those are 2 yeses. And then who are we flexing? Ibuka, Rome, Valet, or Shakir?
Gosh, dang it. Because I'd say gosh dang it, because it's like I have Valet the highest, and it's like I'm just gonna keep saying yes to Devon Valet. Really?
It's where we're at.
Like I'm gonna put Devon Valet over Ibuka. I mean, I technically have him ranked ahead of Ibuka, but it's like, could I do it? Could I really put Valet ahead of Ibuka? I mean, Ibuka's been bad. Rome's been bad. I mean, Shakir's okay. I don't know. I have Valet the highest. Oh man.
Yeah, I definitely have him over Rome. The trust with Rome is pretty low, not through his own fault, but because Caleb Williams is just, I think he's the leader, number 2 in like uncatchable air yards. He just hasn't been good enough, and they're not targeting him enough. So, like, I think Shakir does have a pretty interesting matchup this week. But I'm okay with Valet. All right, Alex also, he says, second league I haven't spoken about much. He needs 2-2-2. Monungai, Monty, C-Rod, Corum, Tootin, Mitchell, Valet, AJB, Michael Wilson, Addison, and I think we can just safely sit St. Brown. He's not playing.
Well, saying a game time decision. Apparently he's been out there off to the side, but probably not playing.
Don't fall for
it. Well, the good news is we'll know tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, boy. Well, let's hope Monungai plays. I'm going to go Monungai, Chris Rodriguez, I mean, if Monungai's out, I guess I go tootin' Chris Rodriguez. I'm going to go A.J. Brown. I mean, obviously, if St. Brown plays, I'm going A.J. Brown, St. Brown. But assuming St. Brown is out, I'm going A.J. Brown, Michael Wilson, assuming Harrison is out. If Harrison plays, I guess I'm going A.J. Brown, Valet. Oh, gosh. Say yes to Valet way too much this week.
It's only been 3 times in the first 4 questions. Don't worry.
And then we still need 2 flex. We still need 2 flexes here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mitchell would probably be one of my flexes, assuming St. Brown doesn't play and Harrison plays. Mitchell would be a flex. I don't know. I'd probably flex Blake Corum.
Karma. I'm going to say, look, I'm assuming St. Brown's not playing, right? I don't think Addison is not playable at this point. If Monungai plays, I would go Monungai and C-Rod, I think, and then just go all those first 4 receivers. That's like, call it a day. All right.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Moises. Needs 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 1 flex, and a tight end on the road to the playoffs. That's where we all want to be. QB, Love or T-Law?
T-Law.
Yep, definitely T-Law. And then what about RB? You got Judkins, Hampton, K9, Hunt, Rodriguez, Bam. And then, so we need 2 of those running backs, and then just 1 flex. So all these receivers are just flex options. And guess who's at the end?
Yeah, I'm going to go Judkins in Hampton as my running backs. I mean, Evans would be my number 1 choice for flex, assuming he plays. Do I have anybody else? I'm hoping to find somebody I have ranked higher than Valet here, but I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody. I guess Valet, my next choice, if Evans doesn't play. Oh man.
So what I'm hearing is it's Valet all day.
Yeah, I oh man. Oh man, this is gonna end so bad.
What could go wrong? Let's go Chick-fil-A all day. Moises, Kincaid or Strange also.
I'm going Strange. I'm going Strange. We don't even know if Kincaid is gonna play. He was limited, I think, today, and popped up with like a new injury, like a knee or something. Like, I'm just gonna go Strange here. I like Strange this week.
And I'll just say that's why, because if Kincaid doesn't play, which would make sense, like Dawson Knox, oh come on, they're not going to target Dawson Knox 10 times. Jackson Haas, like maybe that's why I think Khalil Shakir, right? Because Bengals like ridiculously bad against tight ends. Maybe the slot guy, the guy who is the number 1 target anyways in Buffalo. I feel like this could be a good Shakir week. But that said, I'm not starting Kincaid anyways. And then also on a 12-teamer, pick 2 receivers, a flex to tight end. Watson, Olave, AD, Flowers. Say no to Reed, and then Waller Schultz. Or Jawan Waller Schultz.
I mean, if Jawan's available, he'd be my number 1. 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. I'm gonna go. Assuming he plays, I'm gonna go Watson and Olave. I'm assuming Olave plays, of course. I'm gonna go Watson, Olave. I still have Flowers over Adonai Mitchell and Jaden Reed. So Watson, Olave, Flowers, Jawan at tight end.
All right. Let's see. It's the nemesis. DJ or Lamar?
This is too far. I'm going Lamar.
Definitely worried about Lamar, and we said it yesterday, like you can bench him, but not for DJ. And then Harvey or Judkins?
Harvey. Harvey's got a great. This is his last good matchup. Take advantage of it.
Right. And we says, but he's just exactly following up on this question. He's like, I'm done. Just done. Doesn't even care. Just done with Lamar. That's fine. I think you got a better option.
That's fine. That's totally fair. Totally fair. Totally
you got more than one team, but you're like, you got Trevor Lawrence in that first one. I'm okay with Trevor Lawrence over Lamar this week. Like, just do it. All right. What about Jay? Half PPR, and he's clarified below this. He also has Evans too. So we need one quarterback, 2, 2, 1, and one flex. Dak, Daniels.
I just play Dak, even if Daniels comes back. Too good of a spot here for Dak.
No risk.
I'm gonna go Gibbs, Monungai at running back, assuming Monungai plays. Pickens and Higgins are my wide receivers. I did see T. Higgins back at practice today, so he should clear concussion protocol. That's good. Tight end will be Fannin, and we need one flex here. Pretty sure I have Ladd over Ibuka. I'll flex Ladd. And then I will say, if for some reason Monungai is out, Kenneth Walker would be my choice at RB2.
All right, there you go. And like I said, he says Evans too, if back. So if that's the case, we just flex Evans.
Yeah, if Evans is back, I'll flex Evans.
All right, Mark had a tight end question too. Mark Wassman, is it Ferg or Juwan?
I like Juwan. Great matchup this week. Ferguson in a tough spot this week.
Yeah, Juwan again, and especially if Olave is still being bothered by that back. S. Troyer, pick a flex, Barkley. Sorry, this is just weird. It's just weird. Like, pick a flex option, random running backs that are handcuffs that I picked up on the waiver wires to Saquon Barkley. And you're not wrong to ask this, but
you're not wrong to ask. But I still am going to start Saquon over all these guys. I mean, look, if they bamboozle us and they're like Kyron's out, then okay, give me Corum over Barkley. But that's it.
Yeah, McVay is not one of those coaches, right? These guys who like thinks he's, has fun playing games. Like, he's just like, I'm going to, and he's in fact the opposite. He's like, I'm going to throw it to my best receiver 20 times this week. See if you can stop it. And then they do it, and you can't stop it. So
true.
I respect that. Barkley it is. All right, G for Gamer Kid. Hey, drop Gadsden for AD Mitchell or Valet if you have Bowers.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know who I prefer. I think I slightly prefer Valet just because, like, what happens when Garrett Wilson comes back? But I think I would drop him for either of these guys, honestly.
Yeah, and then actually he just said drop Caleb or Jones for Garrett Wilson. Yeah, stash Garrett Wilson, definitely.
Yeah.
Who would you rather drop, Caleb or Jones? If you have Burrow, can you just drop both?
Yeah, you could drop both, but I think I'd rather drop Caleb, honestly.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If you drop them both, then maybe you can pick up both AD Mitchell and Valet and Garrett Wilson. Why not? All right, Spencer Hollett needs to bench one. Yeah, well, okay. Monungai, Knight, C-Rod, Corum. Of course, let's wait and see injury-wise, but let's just assume everyone's healthy and happy and plays. Who do you bench?
I think Corum's got to be the one you bench here. Assuming if Benson plays, then I would probably bench Bam Knight. Although I might not. But I think right now, Corum, I mean, yeah, he could score this week for sure. But if he doesn't score, what are you really going to get from Blake Corum?
No, yeah, exactly. If everyone's healthy here, it's Blake Corum, should be benched. So let's wait and see. All right, what about Cody? Here we go with the 3 lineups. Let's see. Lineup check 1. Burrow, JT, Bucky, Nico, AJB, Fannin, Terry, Judkins. That's a nice lineup. Anybody you prefer, though? Wow, you got London on the bench. You got Evans on the bench. Michael Wilson. What if Harrison is out?
I mean, I I would play Genty over Judkins myself. I mean, if Harrison's out, I would flex Michael Wilson
over Judkins, right?
Yeah, definitely. But if Harrison plays, I would still put Genty in over Judkins. Again, this is not the spot against the Titans that people think it is. People just think this is a smash spot against the Titans. It is not. It's not a terrible spot, but like, and even last week, like, yeah, okay, Quinshawn, he was better last week against in what was a smash spot against the 49ers, still only averaged 4 yards per carry.
That's true. Not been I mean, like, I would bench Judkins here for, in order, assuming Harrison doesn't play, Michael Wilson if he does play, then London if he plays, and then Evans if he plays. And if none of that happens, then you can go Genty. All right, here's team 2. Dak, JT, Bijan, CD. How do you put together these teams? 12-teamer. Hurts on the bench. I guess that's fine for Dak.
I'm going to play Terry over Sutton.
Yeah.
We got Terry over Sutton. But I do also have Sutton over Judkins, so I would actually just play Terry over Judkins.
Yeah, I'm big on Terry this week. And speaking of, here's team 3, Darnold, JT Jacobs, Jamar Jacoby, Mark Andrews, RJ, Terry. There's Terry, Vidal, Michael Wilson, Godwin, Evans.
Yeah, again, I'll say if Harrison is out, I would play Michael Wilson over probably Terry. I'm keeping RJ Harvey in. It's too good of a matchup for RJ Harvey this week.
Right. I'll just say this. Thank you. And especially getting this done like early in the stream. This is exactly what we talked about. It's nice to see he already has Evans on all of these teams. Every single one. And Terry. He did it. You went out. He did it, right? I added all of them. All of my teams, he added them. Thank you, Cody, for doing this. We appreciate it. Money Mitch. Flexing Myers or Buka. Was that K-Will? No, not K-Will.
I would flex Myers over those guys.
Like, yeah. Dropping Keenan for JD. Sure.
Yeah, it's fine.
If JD plays, him or Goff?
I have Jaden Daniels slightly ahead of Goff, but Goff might be a little safer this week. I mean, rest of the season, if JD5 plays rest of the season, it's probably going to be JD5.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's risk here. It's not the same. Like we say, like, well, Lamar hasn't been the same. Well, for Jaden Daniels, it wasn't anything, it wasn't lower body injury. It was his elbow, right, on his non-throwing hand. So it shouldn't affect his mobility in any way. So I'm not worried about him not running and all that stuff. But you might worry that he's a little rusty. I mean, I think that's fair. So, yeah, Goff is just a little safer. All right, Spearsy, it is crunch time. 6 and 7. Yeah, we need a win. Allen, K9, Bijan, Pickens, McLaurin, Fannin, Monungai, Fairbairn, Bucks D. Does this team have a chance? Definitely should.
Yeah, getting Terry back certainly helps. It should have a chance.
Bijan this week, again, should be totally fine. Pickens could have put up a huge game. I like Terry a lot this week. So, yeah. Let's just get it. Let's see what happens. All right, Justin Gilbert, thank you. Also picked up Evans. Let's see if he plays this week. But even if he doesn't, at least you got him for next week. Needs a defensive streamer, though, or maybe just keep one of these. And it's every team in the NFL. So,
oh man, what are you the only person in your league? How are all these defenses available?
Green Bay? That's surprising. Jackson, not this week. Like, Jacksonville's got a good defense, but this is not a good matchup for them because they get the Colts.
I mean, I know I like Miami. I know I like Washington.
Seattle's not on there. No.
think I like Miami a little more than Washington.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of defenses there I don't want to play. I would like to just not worry because I honestly there's not a lot of great options here. I think I'd like to just be able to say like get this team and roll with them rest of the season. And Green Bay is the defense I feel best about. But this week is not really a bad matchup. We got the Bears. They get the Bears again in 2 weeks. So Caleb Williams will take sacks and turn it over a little bit. So I don't know. I mean, this week Miami is their best option, yes. But I kind of just want to say like pick up Green Bay and just not worry about defense the rest of the season. Alex Bellevue. This is non-PPR. Monty, Woody, or Monungai?
Well, I have Monungai the highest, assuming he plays. If not, I would go Woody.
Yeah, these guys are all pretty close. I'm kind of, sort of like done with Monty. Like everyone, like when we said, it's like I'm done with Lamar. I'm kind of done with Monty. At least Woody, catches passes, but Monungai's the one with the highest upside here. Daniel Hart, would you drop B-Rob for Jaden Daniels? But he already has Josh Allen.
I mean, look. Well, oh man, it's tough because like if something happens to Josh Allen, it's like cool, I have Jaden Daniels. But if something happens to Christian McCaffrey, it's like cool, I have Brian Robinson. I don't think so. Not if I already have Josh Allen.
Well, the thing here is nothing can happen to Christian McCaffrey this week. So at least you're safe there. But he's like, okay, so look, I'm reading into this. He says must win to get into the playoffs. So like if you don't win here, then like none of those handcuffs will matter. But Jane Daniels is not a guy you're going to start this week either, right? You got Josh Allen. You're starting Josh Allen. He has to start Corum, Gainwell, Tootin, or Algier. Or would you drop one of those for Rodriguez or Bam?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I think you could drop Gainwell. I'd probably pick up Bam. I mean, it's always scary this time of year to drop a guy like Algier because if something happens to Bijan, you're going to be kicking yourself. But but look, it's a must-win week. You can't be thinking about like, oh, I'm gonna kicking myself next week. I mean, if you lose it, you're not gonna worry about it. Next week doesn't even matter. So,
right,
yeah, drop Algier, drop Gainwell, pick up Rodriguez, pick up Bam.
Yeah, I think so. Just focus on the here and the now, and then we're about next week. Zachary Mudd, 12-person full PPR. Have Nico and Pickens in. Who to flex? Sigbuka, Franklin, or Wilson? And this is the playoffs.
Well, I'll say if Harrison is out, it's Michael Wilson. If Harrison plays, I have Franklin ahead of Igbuka. I mean, it's still hard. It's still really hard for me to like not think of Igbuka as like this borderline must start guy. But I mean, he's been so bad.
Yeah, he's definitely not that. And the thing is, Evans potentially coming back. And then for what it's worth, Godwin isn't looked great, but he's still drawing targets, So it eats a little bit of Igbuka's value. I'm gonna just go Michael Wilson. All right. Let's see who's next. It is Python. What's up, Python? Thank you. Don't forget, like and subscribe if you haven't yet. 10-team full PPR needs 3. Here's Godwin, Addison, Mooney, 80, Mitchell, Valet, Reed, or Shaheed.
Man, I'm gonna go 80 Mitchell, Valet. I guess just gonna go Godwin.
Yeah. Hey, Godwin did a little something last week. A little something. No, didn't get you too excited, but hey, it was something. Sit one. Henry, Judkins, RJ, or Etienne. One of those running backs must be benched. Is it? If it was me, this would be a revenge benching on Etienne.
I think it's Etienne anyways. I mean, I talked about it in the Start Sit video. Like, I don't know why, but out of nowhere, his usage plummeted. I mean, only 47% of the snaps. He ran the same amount of routes as Quinn Allen. Why? Why? Like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're like, yeah, we don't need you this. We don't need you. What? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to bench Etienne.
I saw, I can't remember who I was reading. It was probably Ryan Heath, but like speculation that maybe Cohen just kind of does a hot hand thing. Like, if he's feeling it, like from one backer, it's like, oh, he's not feeling like Etienne isn't running well, then he'll switch. You know what I mean? It's kind of what we've seen, right? Etienne very streaky this year. So, yeah, I'm not feeling it. Juan Pablo, what's up? In his league, the playoffs already are starting. Not sure why, but here we go. Who should be the RB2? Vidal, Neal, Rodriguez, or Aaron Jones? And then would you flex one of them or Tesla?
Yeah, I'm not flexing Tesla. No, not flexing Tesla. I think I have Neal the highest here. And then it's either Aaron Jones. I still have Aaron Jones slightly over Chris Rodriguez. Like, they get the Commanders, if he plays, of course. They get the Commanders. He wasn't terrible with J.J. McCarthy. He was terrible with Max Brosmer, but that's because everybody was terrible with Max Brosmer. So I'm going to go Neal and Aaron Jones if he plays. If Aaron Jones doesn't play, I'll go Neal Rodriguez.
All right. And the Tesla thing, no.
Now, let me, again, last week had less targets than Tom Kennedy. Look, maybe he gets a 30-yard touchdown or something, but you need, is that what you want? You want a guy in your lineup where you're like, just please score a 30-yard touchdown this week, please? No.
No, not really. Preferably not. Admiral Habibi said that he saw Bucky questionable today. I imagine that's just them kind of limiting it.
No. Yeah, come on. He's fine.
About that.
Bucky's
fine. Okay, interesting here. Shelly saying that the Harrison owner dropped Wilson. It's a little weird. Just a little jig of glee. I can imagine. That would be funny. Would you use a second waiver priority to get him and play him over Harvey in the flex if Marvin is out?
I still have Harvey ahead of these guys. But I would add Michael Wilson. What if the Harrison injury is a multi-week injury? What if he misses next week? We don't know. We don't even know he's going to miss this week. So
second waiver priority, it's worth it. It's probably worth it. I don't know who else is out in your league, but
we're heading into week 15. What do you?
Yeah,
it's like that. It's like that coach that goes into halftime with 3 timeouts, and didn't get in the field goal range when they got the ball back with 45 seconds because the clock ran out. It's like, what are you doing with this waiver priority? Do you get it for next year?
Yeah, take them with you. All right. So yeah, if you're surprised a guy like Michael Wilson got dropped, probably not a lot of big name players get dropped in your league, I'm guessing. Tyler Connor, half PPR, 3 receivers, 2 running backs in a flex, and then a quarterback. It's either JD or Goff. We kind of had this earlier, right? So just go Goff and be safe.
Yeah.
All right. And if he plays, Sun God, Franklin, Waddle, Watson, Myers, 3 receivers.
Yeah, I mean, I have him ranked Sun God, obviously number 1. I have Myers 2, Watson 3. Franklin would be my number 4. So there you go.
Oh, Waddle dead last, huh?
You know the Dolphins aren't. Come on. Yeah. Come on. How many yards is Tua throwing for this week?
It might just get the 200 mark.
That feels generous. So here is his last 6 games. 100 yards against the lowly Browns when we picked Jalen Waddle to boom. 205, but that's because they were in Atlanta against the Falcons, and he actually had to throw the football, and he somehow threw for 4 touchdowns that week. 261, but again, that was the Ravens. So again, we're talking about offenses that can actually do something. Bills 173-2, but didn't the Dolphins win that game somehow?
They did. Somehow they did.
And then 171 against the Commanders, 157 against the Saints. Why? Because they don't have to throw they're not gonna have to throw the ball this week. Yeah, Waddle last year for me.
All right. Well, okay.
Although we might still flex Waddle because I mean we got to start 2 running backs and a flex.
Right.
So I mean I'll go Chase Brown, Neal at running back, and then I will flex Waddle, assuming Sun God misses tomorrow.
Sun God is out.
Right.
All right. No, I don't expect a big game for Waddle. I just don't necessarily expect it from Franklin either. So I might put Waddle over Franklin for a little upside, but that's close. But you might need them both. All right, then let's go to Naeem Walker. Said, let's go. Got a membership. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for helping me win last week in an absolute must-win situation. Needs a defense. Is it the Commies, the Titans, or the Dolphins?
Again, I think I have the Dolphins slightly over the Commanders this week.
I mean, it's tough because you won to stream against JJ McCarthy and the Vikings. But do you really want the Commanders defense? I don't know. I think I would just go with the Dolphins. They're just a better actual defense.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, there you go. Let's get it. Get that win. And then Spearsy, Juwan Johnson, or Harold Fannin.
Juwan Johnson this week.
And not going to ask about Odunze over McLaurin. Good, because it's McLaurin. And he's saying that Odunze might as well be selling hot dogs in the stands. Well,
what?
He's been disappointing. I'll give you that.
Oh, but Odunze. I don't know why I was thinking Olave. Yeah, Odunze. I mean, yeah, at this point, he might as well be.
Yeah, it's like that meme. What is it? The one with a guy in the stand, the football player that like cut out. Yeah. Daniel Chavez. Help me choose one running back, one receiver, and flex, and a tight end. All right, so running back, it's either Judkins or Hampton.
Ooh. I have Hampton over Judkins this week. Might be too low on Judkins this week.
No, I don't think so. Watson, Igbuka, BTJ, Vele, only one.
Watson, but then the good news is here there's a flex. I'll flex Judkins.
Really? I was convinced you were going to say Vele. I was convinced.
No. Judkins over Vele.
All right, and then Gadsden or Kincaid. I mean, not great either. But Juwan Johnson, I see at the end. He's kind of sneaking in there, right?
Yeah, I would just go Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, go Juwan Johnson. All right, and then Julio. How's it going? Somehow surviving Lamar, clinched the bye. Very nice. So you're saying, do I go for playoff DST or keep playing? I mean, if you're on bye, it doesn't matter, right? You play for next week.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. If you have the bye, you only care about 2 weeks, week 15 and week 16. So, yeah, go get defenses for week 15 and week 16 if you need to. I give you permission to hold 2 defenses if you need to. If you can find one defense that you can play both weeks, that's even better. But if you can't, I give you permission to go hold 2 defenses. There's no week 14, week 15 does not matter to you. Or I said week 15, week 16, week. You know what I mean. I think I said week 15, week 16, but I meant week 16, week 17.
Right.
Like week 14, week 15 does not matter. Go get ready for week 16.
And again, this is right, assuming that that's when your playoffs start. Well, hopefully, they don't start this week. Please rank the rest of the season. J-Mo, Watson, and Terry. Oh,
I got to go Terry number 1. I'll say Watson number 2, assuming Sun God comes back, like he's not out for the season. And then J-Mo number 3. But for any week that Amon-Ra is out, J-Mo might be my number 1, honestly.
Yeah, well, that's what's tricky. Rest of the season, I mean, J-Mo definitely depends on Sun God. So no, I'm going to go reverse order. Terry, I think, is going to crush the rest of the season. I like Watson a ton. I like J-Mo the best this week, but I'll go J-Mo third rest of season because I assume Sun God will be back. Hopefully next week. Jerry, what is up? This is Jerry Lopez. All my sources say that Troy Franklin should be starting, but would you start him over Valet?
I actually do have him ranked above Valet. So I hope your sources are correct.
We'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. And then the very rare 6-man league from OG Snow 40. In a 6-man league, could you drop Diggs for Jacoby?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, why not? I mean, Diggs not helping you this week anyways. Let's do it. OG Flyas Kane, what's up? I appreciate you. Always been on the stream. This is half PPR. Would you take Schultz over Strange rest of the season? Picked up Strange, but needs a good matchup next week for the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, why can't you keep both and play matchups here? I mean, I would take Strange this week.
Right. I was gonna say, like, I know I like Strange this week better than Schultz. I don't know. We're looking into next week. They get Schultz, like the Texans get the Cardinals, which is just like an okay matchup. It's not great. It's not bad. And then let's see. Strange gets next week the Jets, which actually, as bad as the Jets are, in terms of defense versus tight end, Jets are like right there in the middle too. Like, this is not great. It's not terrible. So I don't know. Who do I generally prefer? I just kind of feel better about Strange because I think he's just in a better offense. But yeah. Right. Let's get to Arvin Angeles. Welcome back. Manungai or Marks at the flex?
Manungai if he plays.
And also, as Daniel's not sure if he's playing, neither are we. Have Darnold, but he lost it for me last week. Will he be better?
He should. It's a way better spot for Darnold this week. He should bounce back. Darnold has been, again, I talked about this last night. Like, Darnold has been good in the good matchups and bad in the bad matchups. So I feel pretty good about him this week.
Right. He's it's definitely been a roller coaster with him. Like, you don't know what to get. But again, last week, it's not like he was bad. They just didn't need to pass. This is now Spunky Cheese. All right. Needs a flex. Kincaid or Aaron Jones?
Assuming both are healthy, I'll go Aaron Jones.
That's a very big assumption to make. I don't know if either are healthy, but I would take Aaron Jones for sure. All right, and Big Man Fishing is in the house. What's up? Miami or Tampa defense?
Oh, I think I do like Miami this week, but Tampa gets Saints, right? I'm going to go Tampa at home against the Saints.
Yeah, this one is pretty close, but yeah, they are at home. Let's do that. All right, another league for Arvin. Needs a QB, 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. Burrow or Hurts?
Burrow. Assuming the weather isn't crazy, which we'll know about later in the week.
Right. 2 receivers near Buka, Rice, Myers, Franklin.
I mean, you got to play Rice, and I think Myers got to be number 2.
And then at RB, you got Chase Brown, Marks, C-Rod. We need 2 of them.
I'm going to go Chase Brown and Marks.
So then the flex.
So we're choosing between Franklin, Rodriguez, and Egbuka. I think I actually have Franklin the highest. I'm not going to just give up on Franklin because of last week. It's like the guy was the wide receiver 1 for like 4 or 5 straight weeks. Can't just think this guy is like now the number 3 wide receiver on the team. I'm just going to chalk that up to one of those weird games.
Well, let's hope so. Come on, Franklin. You do better. Okay, let's get to Zach Mudd again. He's excited. Picked up Evans in the work and home leagues. Very nice.
Right.
See, that's what I want to hear. Big man again. 10-teamer, quarterback, 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex, and a tight end. Hurts or JD?
Well, if JD plays, I have him above Hurts this week.
Judkins, Vidal, K9.
I'm going to go Judkins, K9. I just with Hampton back, I just can't start Vidal.
Yeah. And then 2 receivers and a flex still between Nico Watson, Jaden Higgins, Godwin, Sutton.
I'm going to go Watson, Sutton. I'm going to flex Jaden Higgins.
And then Stranger Waller.
Strange.
Hey, Justin O'Grady. Good evening. Clinched the bye in 2 out of 3. Nice. And third with the most points in the other one. Perfect. You're in position. That's all you got to do. Position yourself, and then hopefully it turns out. The last 4 weeks pays the highest scoring team. So just trying to score the most points. Wow, that's nice. What do you think about that?
Interesting.
Just the last 4 weeks?
So it's not like a head-to-head playoffs. It's like, okay, whoever scores the most points in the last 4 weeks is a champ.
I mean, been in leagues where it's like a 2-week playoff. I mean, I don't think anybody's unfamiliar with that, right? 2-week scoring, most points overall. I also was in a league, an FFPC, where it was like the playoffs were like a 4 or 5 week thing, and it was like a tournament style, like the most points, and then they reseed, and it was like I didn't hate it. It was interesting.
I kind of like this idea. Like, play the regular season like normal. Top 6 teams, or 4 teams if you're in a 10-team league or whatever, however you want to do it, make the playoffs. But then in the playoffs, instead of head-to-head, it's just okay. Now it's just who scores the most points in the 3 weeks of the playoffs. Kind of like that idea. Like, eliminate the randomness of like my team dominated all year, and then in week, and then the first round of the playoffs, my team wet the bed and I'm out.
Yeah, and you can never completely eliminate the randomness, but that does to some extent, right? Not punish that one random player. So, all right. Well, good luck. Let's go for it, Justin.
I wonder if that's something to talk to Ali about for draft playing next year. I think I like that idea.
Sure, there's a way we could set that up.
I like that idea.
All right. Easier for me to say. I'm not going to be the one doing it. Lex Dad. I'm sure he can do it. Finished 10-3, number 1 seed. Nice. All right. So I guess he's in the playoffs already.
First game. All right.
Judkins, Harvey, Terry, Watson, or Rome for the flex.
I got to go with RJ Harvey. Another really good matchup this week for Harvey.
Oh, man. You got some good options. I hate this because I really like Terry, and I really like Watson too. So, but yeah, I think Harvey's your sensible pick here. And then another one, also the number 1 seed. All right, Hurts or Burrow?
I have Burrow higher this week.
All right, and that goes for Mark M. Also wants to know Hurts or Burrow. Close call.
Burrow.
Matt B needs 2 running backs, 2 receivers in a flex. Kyron, Bucky, Hampton, Chase, Olave, Godwin, and then Burrow or Goff. I'm gonna go Burrow.
I have Burrow over Goff. Again, assuming like we don't, like if it's going to be like major snow, then maybe I would go Goff. Of course, Goff plays tomorrow. That's the unfortunate thing here. So I'll probably just go Burrow. 2 running backs at Kyron and Bucky are going to be my running backs. Chase, Olave, my wide receivers, and I will flex Hampton.
Needs a win and a prayer. Wow.
Let's go. You got it.
Let's see. You got some good players. Let's get it. And then a new old member, Javier. What's up, Javier? Got the membership re-upped it again. Thank you for that. And then we got a super chat. I see it here from Riley Kelly. And here's the question. 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a tight end. 3 flexes. We got a lot of choices here. Okay, so it looks like this is where we got locked in. Chase McConkey at receiver, Barkley, Harvey.
Yeah, I was trying to figure this out because it's like Higgins on the bench, Jameson on the bench. Assuming Amon-Ra is out, I'm putting J-Mo in over McConkey. I would go Chase and J-Mo. Barkley, Harvey. I would go Hampton, Harvey, honestly. I mean, we're going to need 3 flexes, so good chance we flex Barkley. Our tight end, Juwan Strange. I have Juwan over Strange. So we need 3 flexes here. I would definitely flex Higgins. I mean, I'm still flexing Barkley. I'm going to go Higgins, Barkley, Ladd would be my flexes.
All right. Yeah, and the tight end, it looks like we got Juwan or Strange. We've had that question before. We got Juwan slightly.
Yeah, Juwan slightly.
And then here's Justin. Got a question. 3 receivers in a flex. What? Cooks. Ty Johnson. I'm hoping that's James Cook and not Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume James Cook. Although it says 3 wide. Oh, I guess. All right, so 3 wide receivers are going to be Puka and Pickens for sure. London if he plays, otherwise Pierce. Wow, I mean, maybe that is Brandon Cooks because I mean, is James Cook one of your flexes?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, RJ Harvey has to be one of your flexes. If that's James Cook, he needs to be one of your flexes. And then I'd probably just flex Charbonnet. Unless London plays, then I would flex Pierce. Denver, Green Bay. Denver gets somebody horrible this week, right? The Raiders. Yeah, give me
the
Denver.
Raiders, right?
Give me Denver.
Yeah, definitely Denver. Okay, there you go. And then Mary Jo, welcome back. Playoffs start this week. In one league, is concerned about QB. I get it. Caleb Williams, but Purdy's on the bench. Could pick up Brissett or T-Law.
Brissett.
Yeah, either one should be over Caleb. Like I agree. But yeah, if I think if Harrison plays, you go Brissett. If not, I could go T-Law. I like T-Law this week. Don't stand pat. Don't start Caleb this week. Nicholas Humphrey. 2-2 in a flex. Chase Brown, RJ Harvey, Judkins, Monungai, Watson, McLaurin, Godwin, Jacoby, Pierce, Ville, Wilson, and A.D. Mitchell.
All right, wide receiver. Assuming they're all the number 1 guy, basically meaning Harrison is out, I would have him ranked Michael Wilson, Terry McLaurin, Jacoby Myers, Christian Watson. So that should get you your 2 wide receivers. Chase Brown, RJ Harvey will be my running backs. And I probably just flex one of those wide. I definitely flex one of those wide receivers over Judkins.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go. All right. Good luck, Nicholas. And then this is Evan Nicola. It's full PPR. Bench Jefferson Igbuka for 80 Mitchell, Jaden Higgins.
No,
I don't think so. Juwan or Waller?
Juwan.
T-Law or JD?
JD if he plays, but T-Law is fine if he doesn't.
Texans or Rams?
I mean, I don't really want to play the Texans against Mahomes. I'll go with the Rams.
Yeah. And then Judkins, Hampton, or Monungai?
I have Hampton the highest here.
All right, there you go, Evan. And then let's get it. What's up, Wayne? What soldiers you are? Wow, soldiers. I think that's the first time we've gotten that. I'm aspiring for warrior level, like Aaron Rodgers. PPR needs a flex in one receiver. Sharps, Woody, Chubb. Okay, they're like one guy. Tesla and Valet are all on the wire. Yeah, it's not Veal. It looks like it should be Veal, but it's Valet.
Well, Valet would be my wide receiver. Woody would be my flex.
All right, and then Jordan has Jamar. So who's number 2? London, Wilson, Myers, Odunze. He says, why do I kind of want to start Myers? Well, you should want to start Myers.
I mean, nothing wrong with Myers. Definitely like Myers. I will say I'd have Wilson ahead of him if Harrison is out, though.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to start all of those first 3. Not so much Odunze this week. But, yeah, if Harrison's out, I think Wilson makes the most sense. I would, of course, want to just put London in my lineup. It's not a great matchup, though. All right, Juan Pablo also wants to know Love or Brissett?
Brissett.
All right, and here's Javier's question. Was able to pick up Scary Terry last week and Evans this week. Well done.
Nice.
Thank you.
Well done.
Doesn't have CMC, so RB isn't as strong as usual. I get that. Couldn't play Jacobs and Kyron. I think you're fine. Pick 3, Myers, Evans, Terry, or Pierce.
Well, assuming they all play, Pierce would be last.
Yeah, this will be pretty easy. It's the first 3 if they're all playing, and if Evans is out, it's play Pierce. All right, this is Mike Montalva. Needs playoff stash advice. Nobody has picked up Jaden Daniels because why would you? Bench is solid at wide receiver and running back. Hurts at QB. Have Seattle defense and Houston. Should I drop Seattle now for JD?
Well, I mean, if this week means nothing and you're not going to play Seattle in the fantasy playoffs, then yeah, you can drop Seattle. But
Seattle is in a very good spot again this week, and after that, not quite so much. Get Indy, they get the Rams, so I think it's fine.
If you don't need them this week, like if this isn't a must win, like maybe you're like, I'm either gonna get like maybe you have one of the top seeds locked up, or maybe you're like, I'm gonna be somewhere between 3 and 6, right? Like I can't finish worse than 6, but I can't get up to 1 or 2. Like it doesn't really mean anything. Then yeah, pick up Jaden Daniels.
All right, there you go. And it's time for Joe Estrada. Thank you as always. Made some waiver pickups in the third team that's cooked. I love it. It's still battling though. Don't give up, even if it looks
right.
Good. Pick 2. Now, if you're eliminated, like once you're actually eliminated from the playoffs, then stop picking up players.
Yeah.
Pick 2 receivers in the flex: Jacoby, Waddle, Watson, Jettas, or Franklin.
This isn't even that bad for being cooked. I'm going to go Jacoby, Watson, and Jefferson.
Yep. Got some good choices here. All right. I don't know. Too much, too far. Bob wants to know, to get Devon Valet, would you let Rome burn? I don't think I can drop Rome.
I'm not dropping Rome Odunze, no.
No. Like DJ Moore, fine. Rome Odunze, no. All right, Josue Santos, thanks for last week. Made the playoffs. Excellent. That's what we want. Now we got to keep going, win in the playoffs. So let's start 9. Lamar or Brissett? Just going Brissett.
Yeah, going Brissett.
Henry, Etienne, Neal, Marks, Puka, Olave, Buka, Tez. Houston is the defense, and then we need a flex. Okay, so let's start 9.
But I'm assuming like you can't just pick any 9, right? Like, I mean, maybe you have like 9 flex spot or 8 flex spots, or
I think doing the quick math here, I think we need 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex.
Well, that would only be start what, 7?
Well, but I'm including like the defense and the kicker.
Oh, okay. If there's defense kicker, then yeah, that would be 9. All right. Well, I would go Henry. Oh man. I still have Etienne as the number 2 here at running back. Henry, Etienne, Puka, Olave. I actually have Devin Neal. I think I have Devin Neal. Do I have Devin Neal or Woody Marks higher? No, I have Devin Neal higher. Kind of like Devin Neal this week. So Henry, Etienne, Puka, Olave, Neal at flex. Oh yeah, I see defense kicker. Yeah. Thinking of picking up Waller, Godwin. I would pick up Godwin or Mitchell.
Yeah, but then if this is the whole team, who do we drop? That's the question. I have to drop like Marks.
That's a good point. You don't really have anybody you could drop.
Yeah, I don't think so, because like Waller, only if you're going to pick him starting over Johnson, but it's kind of the same. Yeah, Godwin or Mitchell wouldn't go over those receivers. So if you got nobody else on here, nobody else droppable, I don't think you have to. All right, Alexis, welcome back. Set my lineup 2-2 in a flex. Got Bijan, Judkins, Genty, Monungai, Harvey. Receivers are Sutton, Nico, and Higgins. Is Sun God playing? Don't count on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on it. I'm going to go Bijan, Harvey at running back. Is that T. Higgins or Jaden Higgins? Need to know.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not even true. I'll just go Nico Sutton. And then Genty at the flex. It doesn't even matter if it's T or Jaden, actually.
All right. There you go. And now Raul Castellanos, what's up? A must win again. It's a 10-man standard format league. Well, let's do it. I don't know if I see a question. If so, we'll put it up. All right. But good luck in advance. What about Chief Perp? Strange or Juwan Johnson? It's half PPR.
Half I might actually go Strange. I just feel like he has better touchdown potential.
Yeah, and I don't think it strictly depends on Parker Washington, but if he's out, that helps a little bit. And then, well, on the other side, what if Olave misses? I don't know if he will, but right now you can do Strange. What about flexing Sutton, Vidal, or Myers?
I have Myers the highest.
Pick one receiver, one flex between Devonta Smith, Sutton, Myers, Etienne.
I know I definitely have Myers higher, and I have Sutton slightly ahead of Devonta Smith.
And then a full PPR flex, Judkins, Waddle, Javonte, or Bowers.
I've got Javonte the highest there.
All right, there you go. And now it's Trelvis. Welcome back. 10-man full PPR. Once the lineup evaluation, got Dak, Bijan, Williams, Pickens, Nico, Strange at tight end, flexing Sutton, and then Little and Texans. It's pretty good.
You sure you don't want Younghoe Koo at kicker? No. Let's see. Bijan, Javonte, Pickens, Nico, Strange. I mean, that's pretty good. Burrow on the bench. Dang, Dowdle on the bench. Judkins up, Michael. Yeah. Genty on the bench. I mean, yeah. I would flex Genty over Sutton, me personally. But you got this is a very good team. Very good team.
Well, I was to say, what if Harrison's out, then does Wilson go into the flex? Probably, right?
Yeah. If Harrison's out, Wilson jumps up.
Yeah, this is a 10-teamer, but it's still pretty deep. You got a good lineup, so there you go. You can just switch out the flex. And it's Bert Bigsby has May on bye. JD's in the lineup, but if he doesn't play, who to grab? Tyrod, Love, Darnold, others.
Darnold would be my top choice.
And it is John D'Alejandro, one receiver and one flex. BTJ, QJ, Monty. It's a 10-teamer.
Oof. This is our flexes in a 10-teamer. I have Monty the highest here. I don't really know why. I mean, it is, it should be a high-scoring game. He could score. That's all I got for you here.
Yeah, it's probably more about just not the other two guys, right?
Right.
Christopher got Evans for free. Very nice. That feels good. Needs a win this week to get the first round bye. So 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a flex. No, 2 flexes and 1 tight end. Burrow or Daniels?
Gonna go Burrow.
And 2.
Gonna go Hampton. I have Devin Neal next highest here at running back. Puka Devontae, definitely. I'm going to flex Nico, definitely. I'm going to flex Michael Wilson if Harrison's out. Otherwise, I will flex Evans if he plays. Otherwise, Benson if he plays. Otherwise, probably Hunt. And then Bowers at tight end.
I feel like we need like a flow chart for this, like with all the arrows are like.
Yes.
But that's what we got for now. And then he also said later, got the first round bye in the Dynasty League. Wow. Winner gets a nice chunk of change, $2K.
Nice.
Championship is going to be weeks 16, 17, as it should be. So,
yes.
Yeah, come on back and we'll get that championship. And then this is Wayne again. Need some roster space. Drop Ramondre or Rams defense.
I mean, if you're not going to play the Rams defense, I'm always going to say drop a defense.
Right. Drop the defense. Juice, what's up? In a 14-teamer, 11-2. Very nice. Fighting for the bye. Dak, H.M., Vidal, Lamb, Tesla, Juwan, and Watson. On the bench is McConkey and Odunze, and A.D. Mitchell and Valet, Evans, Rodriguez, Corn, Gordon.
Man, 11-2, and you don't have the bye locked up. That's crazy. Vidal is the RB2. Who we got on the bench?
Chris Rodriguez, Ollie Gordon, and Blake Corn.
I would probably go Chris Rodriguez over Vidal with Hampton back.
Yeah.
Tesla, really? We're putting Tesla in over Ladd?
I had a feeling you wouldn't be a fan of that. I wouldn't do that either. I mean, come on.
I'm putting
can at least do
in.
something.
I'm putting Ladd in over Tesla. Come on.
Yeah,
Everything
either
else
Mitchell or Valet. I'd put Valet over them too.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. Good luck. And in case you're wondering, Dro still loves to hate. So needs to start 2 running backs, 1 receiver, and 2 flexes. This is non-PPR and your favorite and no tight end league.
Nice.
RBs are Chase Brown, Genty, Henry, Warren, and Harvey. Wide receiver got Lave, Waddle, BTJ, and Sutton. Getting non-PPR.
I'm going to go Chase Brown, Henry and Chase Brown at running back. But you got Harvey there? Oh, man. I still have Henry Chase Brown. My goodness, that's tough. Henry Chase Brown. Luckily, the wide receivers aren't that great, so we're probably going to flex Harvey. I'm going to go Olave, Sutton at wide receivers. We need 2 flexes. I'm going to definitely flex Harvey, and I'm going to flex Genty. Oh, this is non-PPR. Good job. Good job having these stacked running backs.
Yeah, I was going to say, being able to flex high-end running back is nice.
Being able to flex 2 of them is really nice. Chase Brown, Genty, Henry, Harvey. Get to play all 4 of those guys. Very nice. Olave, Sutton at wide receiver.
All right, so Evan Nikolai, pick 4. Jefferson, Igbuka, Manungai, Valet, Jaden Higgins, Judkins, Hampton, C-Rod, Ertz, and A.D. Mitchell.
All right, I'm playing Hampton. I'm playing Judkins. I'm playing Manungai if he plays. I'm probably just going to take a chance on Jefferson here as my 4.
Yeah, when the options are not great, take a chance. Take a chance on Justin Jefferson. Washington Texans or Rams defense this weekend. I think we said Rams earlier, no?
Well, that was Rams or somebody else, but I don't feel great about the Rams against the Cardinals. I mean, I'm not scared of Jacoby Brissett, but this is a guy who can they're going to throw it 40 plus times, put some points on the board. I mean, Commanders get JJ McCarthy. I might go Washington here.
Well, I mean, you want to take a chance on Washington. It's not the worst idea. They do have the best matchup, but yeah, I mean, even though they're the best actual defense, I don't think it can be the Texans to get Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. So Rams are like a little safer, and Washington for upside. And then we have Ali Trip, 10-team, half PPR, extra flex, 1 QB. I have Burrow, Herbert, Kyron Corum, Bijan Algier, Rice, JJ Lamb, Woody, BTJ. Drop BTJ and Herb for Chubb. I hope, is that Chuba? If it's Chuba, maybe. Chubb, no. Singletary, one of them.
I think you can drop. I mean, you got Burrow. I think you could drop Herbert for Singletary. Not Chubb.
I guess just a stash, Singletary. I mean, they're off this week. You're not going to start them anyways. It's okay. It's okay. Queen City Ruckus. Start Zay Flowers, Troy Franklin, or A.D. Mitchell?
I have Troy Franklin the highest here.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with Zay Flowers. I mean, I get it. He's not done a whole lot. Go for some upside. I think I might even prefer A.D. Mitchell over Zay Flowers this week. But yeah, Franklin's their best choice. So Cody, remember, drops his lineups. And we're like, how do you get these teams? So he says, to answer that question, you put together the teams by watching the channel. Thank you.
Nice.
That was the right answer. Like and subscribe.
Yes, right answer.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a good time since we're paused and since we're on the topic of helping your fantasy teams. You can do this also on Draft Lane, answering these questions all the time. Let me put it up in case anybody hasn't seen it yet. This is the Draft Lane app. It is free to download. And again, if you use code Endgame right here in the little settings section, you get 10 free points. You can use those towards your questions. So of course, we'd love to see you on the live streams, but you don't have to wait. You can use the app and ask your questions anytime. So let's do a couple of questions just to show anybody who hasn't tried it yet. Again, you get those 10 free points. This user used the points. In fact, did it, I think, after we went live. Let's do this one. Ask a question. The question is, needs one receiver and one flex. Igbuka, Jacoby, Myers, Rome, Pittman, Judkins, Harvey, or Jalen Warren. One receiver, one flex in PPR.
I'm going to go Jacoby Myers at wide receiver, and I'm going to flex RJ Harvey.
All right. Pretty simple there. I'll just add a little commentary because we don't want to personalize it. We like Myers a lot this week. And he's the wide receiver 1. Harvey gets a smash spot again. Let's hope he's a little more smashy than last week even.
I mean, did I miss it? Didn't he smash last week?
Well, like he did. I mean, he scored points because of touchdowns, but well, come on. I want like that 100-yard rushing game. I want that big like output, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah, but sometimes you get that. I mean, he was the RB2 last week. I mean,
yeah,
granted, it was a pretty bad week for running backs.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But
all right.
I mean, sometimes you get that 100-yard game and no touchdowns, and it's like, ugh.
Well, that's true, right? Careful what you ask for. This is best flex between Monangai, Pierce, Valet, Olave, Vidal. Picked up McLaurin to start. Very nice. Love to see that. Okay, so who do we?
Yeah, flex? I mean, I think assuming Olave plays, he's got to be number 1.
Yeah, and
if not, it would be Monangai, but he might not play. So I guess if he doesn't play, it would be Valet.
Well, I mean, if Olave's out, that obviously gives a big boost to Valet. So it seems like a natural pivot.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. There you go. Got one more. We probably should say that one. Save it for later. All right. But thank you, Cody. Appreciate that. Let's get back to Mary Jo. In the 8-teamer, needs one quarterback, 2, 2, 1, and 1 flex. Well, we already answered the quarterback question. Like, ditch Williams and go for what, Brissett, I think it was.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to start Bijan and Kyron because the other 2 are on bye. So 2 receivers. I think JSN should be 1. Who's the other?
Oh, man. I still have A.J. Brown over all these guys. Even if Evans plays, even if London plays, still have A.J. Brown ahead of him.
All right. Let's go to
we need a tight end. We need a tight end and a flex.
Juwan or Gadsden. He's going Juwan. Right?
Juwan at tight end. Flex is where it's going to get tough. I would say London would be my number 1 if you play. I have it London. I have it London, Evans, Watson, assuming they play.
All right. Good luck, Mary Jo. And then we have Lizzie. With this whole Chuba talk, saw a report Rico will be the early down guy, Chuba the third down guy, some series. I mean, that's basically what they've been doing. If you look at the usage report, Chuba was almost exclusively out there on third downs last week. He's been involved already as a passing down back, right? He's just not done a whole lot, but last week actually did something as a runner. So the question is, who's the one to own? I mean, is there a clear winner at this point?
Well, I talked about this a little bit on the players. I think it's the players ready to explode video or the panic video. I can't remember. We do so many videos, I can't remember. But remember, what did we see when Chuba first came back? They tried to make Chuba the guy, and he was struggling. Remember, he was struggling, right. And they said, okay, fine, Rico's got to be the guy. I've always felt like Dave Canales prefers Chuba Hubbard. And a part of me wonders, like, was Chuba just not healthy when he first came back? And that's why he was struggling. Because you look at over the last 4 games. Now, granted, prior to this week, Chuba did not have a lot of touches in the previous 3 games. So it's like, one good run can skew yards per carry. But right. Rico has also gone the other direction, right? He's kind of gotten worse. Like, Rico, you look at it the last 4 games after, remember he had gone 9 yards per carry, 6 yards per carry, 4.6, 6.8, 5.2. But then over the last 4, he's gone 2.9, 2.4. He did have that 6.3 game against the 49ers, but he only got 6 carries and then 3.2. So he's kind of like getting worse here. It's almost like the touches are catching up to him. You look at Chuba the last 4, 4.7, 5.2, 5.3, 4.9 this last week against the Rams. There's a part of me that thinks Chuba is going to be the 1A coming out of the bye.
I guess another week to rest. And you're right. Remember, even though it shouldn't, it does matter to some extent. They just signed him to a fat contract in the offseason. Chuba was supposed to be the guy. Rico was supposed to be the backup. And they like Chuba, right? Chuba was good last year, so why wouldn't he be the guy? So I still have the feeling this is going to be kind of a split, though, in PPR. I know you're like, well, if Chuba's the pass-catching back, that gives him a higher floor. I don't think Rico is just going to go away completely.
No.
Chuba might have the edge, though. You're right. Chuba might have the edge. And now the GOAT, 23-24. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, tight end flex, Burrow or Baker?
Burrow.
Definitely Burrow. JT, Jacobs, Harvey, Pickens, Wilson, Watson, or Devonta. And then at tight end, Strange, Juwan, or Gadsden.
I'm going to go Juwan at tight end. We need 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. I'm going to go JT Jacobs at running. Man, good team here. JT Jacobs at running back. I will say Pickens and Michael Wilson, assuming Harrison is out. Otherwise, Pickens, Smith. And we can only flex one of these guys. Again, I think I just have to take a chance on RJ Harvey. I mean, he might not have a monster game, but he's got so much touchdown upside this week. I got to go RJ Harvey.
Yep. Let's do it. RJ Harvey for the win. That's what I'm counting on in almost all my leagues. All right. So we're good. Let's go to
I believe so.
Juan Morel. Needs a flex. RJ. McLaurin or T. Higgins? Wow.
I have Harvey the highest. This is probably the last week where I'm going to feel really good about RJ Harvey, honestly. I'm not gonna be out on RJ Harvey the rest of the way, but he's probably gonna drop more to like a risky solid guy because the matchups are just so brutal after this. But come on, the Raiders, I'm taking a chance on RJ Harvey.
Yeah, no, it's true. He does get a tough schedule down the stretch. Again, I like McLaurin a lot this week, but it's not like there's no risk, and we don't know if JD is going to come back. Let's go Harvey. All right, Mark Bone. Here we go. Super flex. Needs 2 receivers, 2 running backs, tight end, and 3 flexes. So it looks like he's already got locked in Dak Swift, Bucky, Pickens, Terry, Strange, Lamar. That's good. So here are the flex options. He's got Pittman, Franklin, and Shakir. Could pivot to Tesla, Manungai, Charbonnet, Rashad White. Wow. Oh, Kittle's out. A-Rod needs upside.
Aaron Rodgers might as well be out.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Franklin. I'm going to go Franklin, Shakir, Manungai, assuming Manungai plays. If Manungai is out, I still have Pittman over these guys, although I can't say I love Pittman this week.
I definitely do not love Pittman, but yeah, over like Charbonnet and Tesla, I would still go Pittman. All right, Mary Jo now. The 10-teamer needs one quarterback, two tight end, and one flex. Well, okay. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels. I mean, again, if it's a 10-teamer, you might have a decent quarterback on waivers that you could plug in over Caleb, but all right. Running back, who we got? No CMC this week.
Harvey's my running back. We need two. Harvey and Judd. Well, right now I have it Harvey and Judkins, but if Kyle Manungai is out, I'm going to move Swift ahead of Judkins. That's for sure.
Right.
Lamb and Rice at wide receiver. I guess you're playing Gadsden at tight end because Kittle's out. I would say Evans would be my first choice of flex if he plays. If not, I would go. It's either Swift or Manungai, assuming Manungai plays. Yeah, one of those two. I don't know. I still prefer Swift for some reason. Although I should probably prefer Manungai because he actually scores.
Well, Swift scored last week, so for what it's worth. All right, Mary Jo. There you go. Alley Trip. Playoffs are locked. Keep the Seahawks D or drop for better matchups like the 49ers.
Yeah, you got to drop for better. I mean, again, drop for better matchups. If you don't need to win this week, you don't need to win this week. I know you want to win every week. I know it's like, I lost. And you feel like if you lose, like my team stinks. It'll be okay. Next week's next week.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, you don't have to stash a defense, you play matchups, but I'm wondering like the 49ers, I just prefer having a good defense. The 49ers defense hasn't been that good, of course, with all the injuries. So to me, it kind of depends who's out there on waivers. You're like, well, I'll just pick up whoever's out there. But if whoever's out there is like the Saints, the Commanders, like the worst defenses, that might just give the Seahawks. But so it kind of depends. All right. No, we already did that. All right, here's Raul again. So Raul from earlier said must win. Got to win to make the playoffs. This is standard. Quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a flex, a tight end, and a defense. So Goff or JD if he plays.
I might just take Goff tomorrow because what if JD doesn't play? What are you gonna do?
Right. Yeah, that's what's tricky is Goff plays on Thursday. So just go Goff. You're fine. Gibbs, probably a yes. Etienne or Hampton?
I've got Hampton over Etienne.
And then CD, Nico, J-Mo, Olave, London. Need 2 receivers and 1 flex.
Nah, I'm just going to go CD, Nico, Jameson. Let's go Lions. Let's go Lions tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. Stack them up. Andrews or Strange?
Strange.
Broncos or Texans?
Although I will say this about Andrews. He just became in this starting from Sunday. Right? They played Sunday, didn't they? Yeah, starting from Sunday. No, starting from last Thursday, because they played last Thursday. He became the Ravens' all-time leader in receptions. It's only like 437 receptions because it's the Ravens, but he became the Ravens' all-time leader in receptions. Then I think yesterday he got engaged. And then today he just got extended for 3 years. Mark Andrews might be ready. Like, I don't know, maybe it's Mark Andrews' week right now.
Yeah, it's already his week.
He's having one of the greatest weeks in human history.
Man, what did he do? Like what temple did he pray at and all that happened in 1 week? But
right.
Okay, so you're going Andrews? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I'm still going Strange though.
All that. You're just going to crush his dreams. No, that's fine. I wouldn't go Andrews either. Broncos or Texans? Then got to go Broncos against the Raiders.
Got to go Broncos.
All right. And now a dynasty question. We love dynasty questions. This is from Jim Leichman. Have 4 tight ends. Needs a roster spot. So which tight end, again, in dynasty is droppable? Njoku, Likely, or Theo Johnson? It's a fair question. So does Andrews get extended, make you more out on Likely?
Yeah, probably. I don't really want to drop Njoku, even though he's kind of like, why didn't they just trade Njoku? Why didn't they just trade this guy? I mean, he's pretty much been phased out of the offense completely. Right. But I think isn't he a free agent next year?
Yeah, which makes it also more confusing. Why not trade him if he's going to go anyways? But
yeah, it's the Browns just doing Brown stuff.
It's the Browns.
Browns just being Browns, right? Bringing back Deshaun Watson, like why? Yeah, so I don't want to drop David Njoku because what if next year he signs to a really good spot? So yeah, probably Likely. I mean, he's stuck behind Andrews.
Yep, exactly. And Mark, by the way, oh yeah, I forgot. I got Nico Collins. So yeah, I think Nico's one of your flexes. So everything we just said, just bump the last guy out. You have to start Nico this week. All right, let's see who's next. It is going to be DGen 2688. Choose one: Lamar, Burrow, or Stafford.
I'm just gonna go Burrow here, assuming the weather is not horrible.
Yeah,
which we'll know by
definitely. Sunday. Lamar is probably third on this list, isn't he?
Crazy. Sad but true.
Chico has an update on Mike Evans. Don't need him this week because you got the first round bye. Okay, good. Second in my league, but I'll need him next week. There you go. Look, I mean, that just reinforces what we've been saying. You get him anyways, right? You stash him, even if you not just, I have to start him this week. No, you can pick him up and not start him, but A, you might need him next week, and B, you prevent somebody else from having him. That's more important too. I mean, don't forget that.
Yep.
All right. You just don't let him be on waivers. Julio now says, schedule-wise, the Saints defense looks great.
Oh man, how great are we talking? Let me look. Week 16, they get the Jets. Week 17, they get the Titans. I mean, that does look. I mean, I feel like you could probably stream almost any defense against the Titans.
Yeah, again, I prefer my defense to be actually good. So I don't know. I think in his league there should be better defenses available. So I don't know who else you got out there, but I can't do it. I'm not going the Saints. You could. Schedule matters, but schedule isn't the only thing that matters. You know what? We have not done a lightning round. Let's do one. Let's catch up.
Let's do it.
This is Saul Galvan. Kamani or Godwin at the flex?
I might just go Godwin here. It's going to be tough to trust Kimani this week with Hampton back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going Godwin here. All right. How about this? Godwin or AD Mitchell? This is from Bidwan Barua.
Why do all our lightning questions have to have Godwin in them?
Just coincidence.
I'm just going to go with AD Mitchell.
Yeah, I like AD Mitchell enough. Let's do that. Enchanted Fungi, always here. Bam or Corum?
Bam! Assuming Benson is out. What's the latest on Benson?
Nothing.
Nothing? Still nothing?
Nothing. The latest is nothing, which is not good. All right, what about Big Chungus? Happy holidays. Justin Jefferson or Alec Pierce? The timeless question.
I'm going Jefferson here. Let's chase the upside.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a good spot for Pierce. Cali Kid now needs an RB2 between Etienne, Judkins, Kamara, which I pretty much don't think he's playing. Menungai, Swift, Jalen Moore.
Just real quick, do want to say Trey Benson did not practice today. So, geez. But to pour a little bit of cold water on Bam Night, Amari Demarcado was back at practice. That's kind of annoying. All right, Cali Kid. Etienne, Judkins, Kamara, Menungai, Swift, Jalen Warren. Well, I'll say if Menungai's out, it'll be Swift. Otherwise, Judkins for me.
All right. And now Parallel Earth has returned. Needs advice. And so he says he's the commissioner of a league. Okay. This is interesting. Here we go. It's one of these. The number 1 seed decided to bench his whole team for 0 points. But why?
Why?
Why? There's 6 teams tied. Is this fair fantasy gaming, or should this be addressed to all members? But he's 12-1. He's the 1 seed. What purpose does this serve for him to bench? Is he trying to let somebody else win to get them into the playoffs? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, I gotta assume that's what he's doing, and that should not be allowed.
No.
If I was the commissioner of this league, I would either say hey, set your lineup, or I'm gonna set it for you.
Yeah. That's weird. I think you can justify, setting an inferior lineup. You're setting a lineup. You're this guy has Josh Allen, but he decided to play, Tyler Shuck instead. That kind of stings, but at least he set a lineup. But benching everyone for 0 points, there's no way that's okay. And there's got to be a reason he did that. So, no, you have to address this. All right, Miguel Perez, question is below. Okay, let's see. Good laugh. All right, well, let's see what this is. 12-teamer. 7 make the playoffs. The 1 seed gets a bye. Interesting. So just the 1 seed gets a bye. He's in 7th in a 4-way tie. Wow. Win and in, lose, and I have a chance still. Wow. Interesting. 3 others win.
Just don't lose. Just win.
Don't leave it up to the
don't worry about it. Just win and don't worry about it.
I don't think that's too weird, the 7-team thing. I've seen that where 1 team gets a bye, not 2. It doesn't have to be an even number, right? I mean, you could do this. It just prolongs the playoffs.
I am always for, and I know we've talked about this, and I've always tried, if somebody has an idea, please let me know. But I'm all for anything that keeps people playing longer. The fantasy football season is already way too short. For a lot of people, well, for some people, it's already over. For a lot of people, it's ending this week. And then for a lot of people, it's ending next week. You know what I mean? We just started. It's already over. So I'm for anything that keeps more people playing longer.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. More teams in the playoffs. All right. Well, that's interesting. Wait, but here we go. Here's the kicker. I play my younger brother who already clinched. How do I persuade? How do I persuade him? This is like what we were just talking about, Parallel Earth. I don't think you want to get him to bench his whole team.
You don't. You beat him like a man, and you go into the fantasy playoffs with your respect and dignity intact, knowing that you earned your spot into the fantasy playoffs.
There you go. Yeah, because it's true. If he tanks and you're you got in because of that, then how good do you really feel about it? Your team isn't a playoff team.
Right.
All right. So here we go. Needs 2 running backs, receiver, and flex. So Gibbs, I think Javonte, DK, Zay, Shakir, Valet, Jordan Mason, and Devin Neal.
You got to go Gibbs, Javonte at running back.
Yeah. DK, Metcalf, and Zay Flowers are why you're 6 and 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I actually have Valet number 1 here. I think I have Neal. As one of my flexes for sure. Who's my other wide receiver though?
If it's me, I'm putting Shakir in there.
Yeah, it's fine. I have Zay and Shakir very close, so we can go Valet, Shakir, and then Neal.
Just say Zay for floor. But if Aaron Jones misses, which is not guaranteed, would you go Mason?
Yeah, if Aaron Jones is out, I would go Mason because it is the Commanders and at least McCarthy's playing. Otherwise, I'd probably just go Zay Flowers and hope this is the week.
All right, Miguel. Well, good luck. Earn that victory. Earn it. Cali Kid. Which quarterback? Stafford, Jones, or Burrow? I think it's Burrow.
Yep, Burrow.
2 receivers, 1 flex, Vlad Waddle, Michael Wilson, Etienne, Walker, Emmanuel Wilson.
All right, assuming Harrison is out, I would go Michael Wilson number 1, Etienne number 2, Ladd number 3. I still have Waddle ahead of Walker. So Waddle number 4.
Go. Dex Ryu, pick 2. Well, I don't know which Higgins that is now, right? Higgins, Jefferson, Flowers.
I mean, I don't even know if it matters which Higgins. I'm going Higgins Jefferson.
Yeah, that's fair. He's a 3 seed, first round, already starting the playoffs. All right. Also, Waller or Kincaid? No. Forget Kincaid. Just go Waller.
If Kincaid plays, I will play Kincaid over Waller.
I don't know.
It's the Bengals.
Yeah, but it's Kincaid. I just don't trust him.
I know, but it's also the Dolphins. I mean, Tua's going to throw for like 150 yards this week.
Yeah, but like 90 of them will be Waller because they have nobody else.
I hope.
I hope so too. I just took him higher on Underdog. Julio wants to know, we flexing Saquon, Buka, or Watson?
Watson. Assuming, I might go Watson no matter what, actually. Just get Watson.
Yeah. And then EAW, is Wicks worth keeping? He says return league. Wicks, I get Valet, or is that Tom Kennedy? 102 return yards. Wow. Okay, it's one of these.
Well, I mean, what is 102 return yards? 10 points?
Would assume. But doesn't Valet return kicks too?
Does he?
I'm pretty sure he does. We're not personally in leagues that count return yards. So
yeah, I have no idea. Let's see.
Could be wrong. I was pretty sure he did.
I'm looking.
Well, maybe he doesn't.
I don't see anything. I don't see any kick return stat.
No, I guess he doesn't.
Kennedy?
They have Dante Pettis. Remember Dante Pettis?
Dante Pettis. He's still in the league. Wow.
Apparently, when you're, with the Saints, there's always an opening. I
mean, that's the thing. Like, if you can, oh yeah, that was Tom Kennedy's first game last week, and he returned 3 kicks for 81 yards and a punt for 21 yards. That's pretty nice. He might even catch some passes. I might just go Tom Kennedy.
Well, for this week, sure. I mean, that's fine. All right. Victor Mendoza, Alec Pierce, Jaden Higgins, AD, or Strange at the flex?
Even though I don't love Alec Pierce this week, I have him higher than these guys.
Right. Let's see. Next is Esteban. Stroud, Darnold, Caleb, or T-Law?
I have Darnold slightly ahead of T-Law.
I'm gonna stay irrationally high on T-Law. I'll go T-Law. All right, let's see. Nope. All right, Mark Evans dropped a super chat. Let's see what it is this week. But first, EAW Stranger Waller says for a backup, like I guess you're just stashing one.
Strange.
Yeah, I guess so. We already did that one. Okay. Vice Key. I know it's K, but whatever. Kincaid if he plays Jawan or Schultz or Ertz.
Jawan.
These are all pretty close. I'm looking for Mark's question. And meanwhile, Young Money has entered the chat. What's up, Young Money?
What's up?
Gotta give you a shout out. Started 1-3 and 3-7 in those leagues. Now I'm sitting with, oh, here we go. Got 8 and 6 wins respectively. Nice.
Wow, nice.
Again, not how you start, it's how you finish. Let's finish strong here. So do we start Justin Herbert with the gimpy hand or Jordan Love?
I have Love over Herbert.
Yeah, I really would rather not risk Herbert because they're like, yeah, maybe he'll play and he'll be okay. And like, it's not inspiring me. It's not like he's been great anyways lately. So how about this one? Alley Trip. Meant Chuba, not Chubb, thankfully. Yeah, if it's Chuba, you can pick up Chuba. If it's Chubb, no.
Yep.
All right. And yes, some people asking. We do all right. So we answer all the super chats. If you super chat, guaranteed we stay on until we answer all of those. We have a lot of people who have that YouTube membership. They got the little symbol that don't know what that is, but they got a little name in green, and we answer those questions. We'll do some of the others if we have time. So it just kind of depends. We also don't want to answer the same questions over and over again. So really depends. But we'll do some others pretty quick. We're getting caught up. But first, super chat from Goon Squad, Aqua Hawkins. Half PPR flex, Devin Neal, Chris Rodriguez, or Tesla.
I will say half PPR hurts Devin Neal a tiny bit because what I like about him this week is the pass catching, but it's still half PPR. It's not non-PPR. I'm going to go Devin Neal.
Yeah, I think I like Devin Neal enough this week. You can flex him. All right, now we have RJYK5UK. T. Higgins or Igbuka?
I'm going to go T. Higgins. I know it's a tough matchup this week, but he's got Joe Burrow. I don't care. T. Higgins.
True. Now let's get to. Hope I didn't miss it. Let me go back and see if I missed Mark's question. AKG Fearless needs help with the lineup. Got Herbert or Darnold. I don't love Darnold, but I think I'm going to go him over Herbert this week.
Yeah, going Darnold over Herbert. You got to play Bowers.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even need to have Goddard on your team, honestly. You could drop him for a handcuff or something. 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. I'll say, Pickens and Amon-Ra if he plays, but with Amon-Ra probably not playing, I don't know if that's – I mean, it doesn't matter what Higgins it is. I think I just start Oh, but we need 2 flexes here. Yeah. All right, I'll just rank them to help you out here. Amon-Ra number 1, Pickens number 2. Do I have Jaden Higgins over Odunze? No, I still have Odunze 3. Whoever Higgins that is will be 4. I might just go Goddard number 5. Honestly, over BTJ.
Yeah. BTJ, no. Not exactly startable these days. All right. Renee just dropping by to say hi. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Like seeing you here. Karen Cooney. This is a league where there's a bonus for every 100 yards. So who to drop? QJ, DJ Moore, Singletary, Emmanuel Wilson. And then who to add? Bam, Gainwell, Corum, Chubb, P. Ryan Stevenson. Yeah, you want to get Evans, that's for sure.
I feel like, I mean, are you ever going to start DJ Moore or Quentin Johnston?
No, that's where my eyes went to first. I was like, bonuses? You're not getting a 100-yard bonus from DJ Moore.
Nah, I would drop those guys for Bam and Corum.
All right. And we have Bijan, C-Rod, Wilson, Singletary. Okay. Yeah, go for it. You got to get the players who are going to give you value right now. And if those guys aren't start worthy, then just, again, no point holding them like you keep saying, right? Like,
yep.
The fab, the waiver priority, right? The what if, it's just here and now, right? Not that you can't stash players for the playoffs, but they have to be smart stashes. All right, then we got Anthony Jackson. Needs 3. Evans, if he plays, Valet, 80 Mitchell, Michael Wilson for Franklin.
I'll rank Wilson if Harrison is out, Evans if he plays, Franklin, Valet, Adonai Mitchell.
So all right, get you covered. A lot of ifs still. Raptor 76, Love or Brissett?
Brissett.
Yep. Brissett it is. And now also Anthony Jackson. Bo Nix or Jane Daniels?
You know, I don't mind Bo Nix this week, but I'm still gonna go JD if he plays.
Yeah. JD if he plays, definitely. Jake the Snake, Saquon, Hunt, Monangai, or Vidal? Could we be this low on Saquon?
No. Well, I have him below Monangai, but not Hunt or Vidal.
With this group, look, Vidal, if Hampton didn't play, then sure, I'd go Vidal, but it seems like Hampton is playing. Let's go Saquon. All right, so a couple of notes here. First of all, thank you. Dro loves to hate, but also wants everybody to like the channel and subscribe. Yes. Appreciate you, Dro. And we are apparently have another title, Godfathers, the Endgame Godfathers. Thank you, Parallel Earth.
Wow. All right.
And this, I have to say, we can relate. You know all too well. You remember the days. Thomas extended his fantasy football by playing in UFL leagues.
Wow.
You loved when we did that, didn't you?
I remember that was so wild. It was like if a running back ran for like 40 yards, it was like a huge game. They were so bad. Like I remember Trent Richardson was a monster, but only because he would run for like 15 carries for 23 yards, but he'd have 3 touchdowns. It was absurd. It was like absolutely absurd. It was like, what? Crazy. I hope it's gotten better.
It hasn't. Well, I mean, that's gotten a little bit better. They've kind of condensed it, but I will say I'm pretty much done. Not only do I not have time for that anymore, but San Antonio is not going to have a team anymore. They had, actually it was the Commanders before Washington was the Commanders. San Antonio had the Commanders in whatever it was at that time, the USFL or whatever, XFL, and they did great. Well, then they changed, the league folded. So then now we have the San Antonio Brahmas. Well, they just announced that they're shifting, so they're moving out of San Antonio to somewhere else. So now we're not even going to have UFL.
Tragedy.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do with my time in the spring? Oh, watch baseball.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the questions, or how about a sticker here? BRMCG05 with a super sticker. Thank you. We'll see if we have a question.
The double fingers.
I guess so. And I haven't found Mark's question. I swear I went back and and I don't think I missed it. So we'll look for these. And meanwhile, thank you for the super chats and the super stickers. All right, well, let's keep going this way then. Try not to miss anybody, guys. If I miss you, then let me know. All right, well, here's this one. It was right below. Here's my lineup for the week: Mahomes, Bijan Genti, AJB, Michael Wilson, Saquon, Juwan Johnson, and Cameron Dicker. All right.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Oh.
What are your thoughts?
Okay. Bijan Genti's great. AJ Brown. I mean, Michael, if Harrison's out, AJ Brown, Michael Wilson should be great. I like Juwan. Saquon at flex is fine. I'm a little bit worried about Mahomes this week against the Texans, but there are certainly worse options. I mean, I think you should feel pretty good. Feel pretty good about this team.
In general, yeah. Mahomes, not so much. But the good thing with Mahomes is he's running more than he ever has, so he could run in and score. He will get you something there. So he at least could give you like a Jackson Dart like performance, maybe. So there you go. Oh, he says he has Brissett. Would you start Brissett over Mahomes?
Yes,
I would.
But don't drop Mahomes. Just you got them both. Just start Brissett.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's start Brissett and just bench Mahomes. And yeah, I mean, I think AJ Brown could keep it going this week. I think he's really good. Of course, Bijan. So yeah. Now, if you want to tell us who you have in your bench, we could look at the rest of your options and tell you if you want to change anything else. He says I have Watson. I would start Watson. Ooh, Watson over Saquon.
Yeah, I would do it. I would do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do Brissett over Mahomes and Watson over Saquon. I like Watson a lot this week. But I would say if Harrison is, well, I don't even know. If Harrison is in, you probably have to flex Saquon over at Wilson, right?
What's that?
We could put Watson at receiver. If Harrison plays, Saquon over Wilson.
Yeah, I think you have to. You can't start Wilson with Harrison playing.
Right. Okay. Well, there you go. Hopefully that helps. All right. There you go. He says if Harrison is in, he's not starting Wilson. Okay. Well, there you go. You got it. Then you're set. Feel even better about this lineup now. A couple quick ones. We're actually caught up here. So before we move on until tomorrow, let's do this. Bo or Brissett? D-Dom.
I have Brissett. Yeah, I have Brissett a little higher than Bo.
What about Brissett or Baker? G-Fresh.
Brissett.
All right. And then let's do. This is a must-win from Francisco Rivera. 3 receivers: Jefferson, Igbuka, Debo, Michael Wilson, or Valet.
I'll just rank them again based on Harrison being out, so you can pivot if you need to. Wilson number 1, Valet number 2, Jefferson number 3, Igbuka number 4.
All right. Good luck. And then we answered this earlier. Are we trusting Lamar over T-Law?
Yeah, I am.
I'm going T-Law. I'm going T-Law.
Wow.
I know.
Young Money, are you still on the stream? I want you to. This has got to be a first. This has got to be a first, Pierre. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Tuesday. Never again.
I know. I'm setting myself up for massive disappointment.
I cannot wait till we film the QB. Never again. Dead to me. Dead to me.
Dead. I have a list. I keep here. Dead to me. There's the weekly dead to me. Like you can be dead just for the next week and then you're off the list, like a temporary, kind of like a 1-game suspension. There's dead for the season until like we hit reset, right? The season's over. Okay, reset, you're back alive. And then there's the you're dead to me forever list. Like you will never ever get off the list. So there's a list.
If T-Law busts this week, I think he's going to be on your forever list.
I don't know. He'll at least be dead for the rest of this season. We'll see.
I mean, you were already pretty low on T-Law. I cannot believe you're going to play T-Law over Lamar.
I know. Well, exactly. See, that's exactly it. Lamar, not only Lamar is disappointing. Like I don't expect him to have a big game suddenly, but T-Law all of a sudden that offense, exactly. He's got weapons. That's exactly it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Let's just keep the confirmation bias going. Obviously, slightly biased here is Josh 64. They're playing in their prowlers and have the streak going on. There you go. You're gonna go off.
I sure hope so.
I sure hope so. All right. You were fun, Mark. I don't know if you're still on here, Mark, but if you have a question, throw it up there. If not, we'll just do a couple more here. Michael Dunoski, Burrow or Mahomes?
Burrow.
Yeah, I gotta like Burrow. Yes, that's right, Francisco. Appreciate it. Thank you. Saying we have the best channel. Lamar has not been the best, so just blame him. If you had Lamar and you missed the playoffs, he should be dead to you. That's just like done.
Lamar could never be dead to me.
No.
Lamar's one of those guys that gets a pass. He's been too good for too long. He gets a pass.
Yeah, I mean he's clearly injured, so or at least not fully back. Let's put it that way. Boneless games. Mitchell or Shakir?
I mean, I don't love Shakir this week, but I still have him over Mitchell.
Yeah, I like Shakir. Got to play him. Manungai or presumably a healthy Aaron Jones. Or presumably a healthy Manungai.
I mean, yeah. Assuming Manungai is also healthy, I go Manungai.
All right. And I'm not even sure what that means. Let's see. Okay, that makes more sense. So DB DU3KG, would you start just for fun? If this depends what your definition of fun is, would you start McCarthy over any other quarterback?
I mean, I would start him over Geno against the Broncos.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd probably start him over Cam. I'd start him over Cam Ward.
Cam Ward this week, yeah. Maybe Shador too.
Nah, I wouldn't start him over Shador. At least Shador, I don't have to worry. Like, first of all, Shador gets the Titans, which is great. But second, I don't have to worry about Shador throwing like 4 picks.
True. All right. And let's see. Let's end on a good one here. Again, depends on your definition of good.
Yeah, exactly.
What's a good one? Here's a tough one. You want a tough one?
Sure.
Jared Eats World. Terry or Devonta Smith?
I have Terry higher.
Yeah, I like Terry a lot this week. All right. That's it. We're caught up here. So we'll get out and we'll be back tomorrow. See if things change. They always do. And we'll be here about 2.5 hours before Thursday night matchup begins. Here to help you set your waivers, your start sit, right? Whatever you got, your stashes, because it's either, honestly, almost playoff time, or a lot of you apparently already is playoff time. So you got to get the win this week. Or win in. Don't forget, you can always use DraftLane to ask your questions at any time. So download the DraftLane app. It is free. And use code ENDGAME. You get some free points to ask your questions. All right. We'll see you all hopefully tomorrow. And don't forget, if you haven't yet, on the way out, not only give us a thumbs up, but subscribe if you haven't done so yet.